Welcome to Star Las Vegas and welcome to Face the Tribune with the legendary Rolando LaRosse. I'm your co-host, Chris Garcia. It is a fabulous Tuesday here in the city of Las Vegas. And with that, we're so glad that the hurricane passed through Florida. It's now into Georgia, but it seemed like it did limited damage and people are getting their lives back together down here. Besides a little flooding, it was very little loss of life. Our hearts go out to the two police officers that collided with each other and lost their lives. But other than that, it seems like we got through the storm pretty well. And now it's just a tropical storm moving through the state of Georgia right now. With that, Rolando, how you feeling today?
I feel good. I feel okay. I feel alive. I'm standing up and not laying down. And I'm breathing. And everything is fine. Looking at all these things in Florida, getting all these things in Florida, the bad weather and everything else, it's really sad to see all these people losing their profit, losing everything. Some of the people, they have lost everything they had.
Yes.
So I don't know. And I think it's going to cost no millions, but billions.
Yes.
And I went to court today. I was able to see the hearing between Scott Hopper and Mike Coburn, and I tell you, these two people are going crazy. They've been fighting for 5 years. 5 years. Now they put a protected order against each other, because you cannot do that, Judge, because if you give him a protector order and you don't give me a protector order, he's going to be in front of me and he's going to turn around, and even though he come after I'm there, he's going to say that he was there first, and he lied all the time. And I know Scott lied. He's famous for lying. He lied to a judge, so why not lie to a justice court judge? And I think I'm going to give up. I'm not going to write any more articles after this week, because it's really unbelievable. I don't know how they can do that. 5 years they've been fighting. But it's okay. They give the Las Vegas Tribune a plug.
What are they fighting about, boss?
I guess it was about, they both do tickets. They both take care of tickets for clients and everything else. And I think that was the competition. Then Scott moved out of the office because he got a problem with the landlord. And then Mark, even if he got the office over here in the corner, very nice office, he went and rented the office that Scott had. And he was taking clients, then they come to fix tickets. And I guess that's how it started the whole thing, And it went up, and Scott has a bad temper. He's rude. He's rude to the client. He take money from the client and don't show up. I thought at one time maybe he had some kind of a drinking problem or drug problem, who knows. But he didn't show up in court and this and that. He fought with his wife. And one thing lead to another one, and it doesn't look like it's going to end. 5 years.
5 years.
Last time they went in court with the same judge,
Yeah.
she said it's embarrassing. You guys are educated people. You lawyer, you pass the bar, you do business in this building, and you guys acting like children. You know, it's not too much, it's not too far from the truth.
Wow.
And I'm gonna see what's gonna happen the next time one of them break that protector order. Because I know one of the two is gonna
Break.
you know. So what's going on in the white sheet, in the white paper?
Well, U.S. and South Korea, they're holding joint military exercises. They've been doing that for the last week or so. So, you know, they're just going to get prepared just in case that midget wants to do anything or attack South Korea or Japan or something like that. So, Trump is nobody to mess with, man. He's not going to sit there and let this dude threaten him or threaten to attack, you know, one of our allies or something like that. So it's a good idea. We've been sending extra troops over there. We got extra ships over there. So when he looks out his window and he looks down at the border, he's going to see extra U.S. military troops and he's going to see extra U.S. warships off his coast. So we're showing him a little strength, a little might, just in case, you know, he thinks about lobbing one of those missiles over South Korea.
But correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't matter how Donald Trump or President Trump is. He's the president, but he has to follow protocol.
Yes.
He has to listen to what the Department of Justice or the Congress or the Chief of the Staff or, you know, it's not like running your own empire.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and that's what is getting him a little bit aggravated because he's used to do things his way.
That's right.
And I wish he can do that because I tell you, if he can do things his way, he and the country will be better off.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
He will put this country in order so fast, then people won't believe it.
Yes.
We all believe in peace. We all will be proud to be American again. We all gonna be able to travel and have the respect of other countries. Right now, it's dangerous to go out of the country with an American passport.
Absolutely.
It is dangerous.
Yes.
Actually, to be honest with you, it is dangerous to travel inside the country.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Because this crazy maniac, they are taking orders from Soros and Obama and Clinton and, you know, these people, I don't understand. They're supposed to be living on the shadows, these illegal people. But they show up in TV. They put their face in TV and they say, we are here to stay and nobody is going to take us out of here.
Yeah.
Bragging and threatening officials.
Yes.
How do you think the ICE and immigration and the Justice Department feel when you see these people laughing at them? It's an insult.
Yeah. Well, they know they have political backing, boss. That's what it is. They know that these liberal Democrats that run these cities and these sanctuary towns, they know that they can come out of the
I know,
shadows.
but this is not only in Sanctuary Town. You know, let's don't give too much credit to the Sanctuary Town. You know, it's the same thing. Look at that lady over here in Las Vegas. I forgot her first name. Silva is her last name. She's a little heavy set. She's been in this show before, and we here to stay, and we don't gonna shut up.
Yeah. And that's everywhere. I think it's in Las Vegas too. I think
It's right here in Las
I think
Vegas.
most of these cities are sanctuary cities. I don't think they're going to do anything to these illegal immigrants, and they know that they can come out and speak out against it because nobody's going to do nothing to them. They know that ICE has their hands tied behind their back. They know that Metro.
That's what I mean. They're laughing at us.
They are bugs. Even when they get arrested, they can't do anything to them. They can't do nothing. So it's a big fat joke, and that's why they know that they can come out, and they can come out in numbers and come out in strength because nothing's going to be done to them. Absolutely zero, and they know that. And it's a shame. It really is, man. It really is because, I mean, people that come here legally, you know, that's got to make them absolutely upset. I don't want to use the word, but if you came here legally and stood in line and had to do the paperwork and had to take the test, and this dude just walks into the country and gets a job and gets a Social Security card and gets free food and free health insurance, that's got to piss you off. That's got to make people that came here legally, that's got to make them upset, man. You know, so, and that's why we voted Trump in office, because it's so many Americans that are upset what's going on in our borders not being. For me, it's a safety thing. You don't know which one of those people that's coming over here has been trained by some sort of terrorist cell. Because trust me, they have some in Mexico, they have some in Central and South America, and it's going to send somebody over here with a dirty bomb or something to do something. And it just seems like we just don't want to we don't want to bother them. We don't want to hurt their feelings. We don't want to ask them for their citizenship or their IDs. No, don't touch the illegals. Don't touch the Mexicans, especially, don't. Because they will march outside your place and so it's just hands off. They don't want to do nothing to them. It's a shame. It's a slap in the face to Americans, to people that came here, their families came here legally through Ellis Island.
I wish they can march over here.
Yeah.
I wish they can march over here. I would get a hose and I would
spray. That's right. Yeah, but that's what's going on, man. And unfortunately, our president has to work with these people. It's very unfortunate.
That's how they used to stop the protesters in Cuba.
Right.
They get the fire engine and open and that thing has pressure.
Power. That's what they did to Martin Luther King and the civil rights.
Oh, really?
People. Same thing. Opened up the fire hose. They set dogs on them like they were animals, and they were American citizens. They were American citizens. The only thing they wanted was the rights guaranteed through them, through the Constitution. That's all they wanted. They wanted the right to vote, which is promised to them through the Constitution. They wanted the right to go in the same restaurant as everybody else. And they got hoses sprayed on them and dogs sick on them and people shot and killed. But Mexicans and other illegals, they can march all up and down the street and they're protected. Can't say nothing to them. Don't open up a hose on them.
Let me tell you something. That is the problem that we have. The more you give, the more they want.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It
is. It's a shame. At least if they can wait a little bit. Wait 3, 4, 5 years before you can ask for something else. First, they wanted to be able to go to the same places. Then they wanted to ride in the front of the bus. Most of them have cars. They don't care about the bus. They don't care where they sit.
New cars.
New cars.
they don't drive new cars.
You know, that's why I said, the gay right, they want the right to be gay. Okay, fine. Remember, it used to be, in the old days, it used to be illegal to be gay. You can go to prison for that, you know. Now they can walk around and do whatever they want, and now they wanted to have to be recognized, which I think it is fair. If you have a relationship with somebody, regardless if it's same sex or opposite sex, if you are in a relationship, you should be allowed to make decisions in a very drastic moments of
Yes.
you guys' life,
Yes.
and you have to be able to go to the hospital, and the hospital should give you information about the health, you know, and
Yes, you're right, boss.
it doesn't make any difference because it doesn't have to be a sexual relationship. It can be just a friendship. A friendship. I never been married, but I have partners. I never been married, but I got partners, and the partners sit over there.
Our good friend Ed too. Come on, Ed, come on, sir. Ed, come on, sir.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Do you speak English? He told you to come this way. It was easy. Anyway, you know, you
I
can
speak
be,
it, but I don't
you
understand.
can be, you can be friends with somebody. You don't have to be in a relationship.
That's right.
But if you live together
Yeah.
and the other person has an emergency, go to the hospital, that other person should be able to get
Absolutely. Absolutely.
answers to the questions, and you know, maybe, but if you go there, you say, look, he is taking this medicine, and he's allergic to, they listen to you, and they shut you down.
Yeah.
They don't let you do that. Where you been at?
Oh, I'm going to the Nevada Economic Development Conference.
Oh, you going to? Or you came from?
I came from, I'm going back.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you just
I
came to
believe
do the
it.
show? You came over here to do the show with me?
Well,
Oh, wow.
just by coincidence, I
Oh.
thought I had another meeting downtown here.
Oh. I was the leftover. I was the
But it's
leftover.
tomorrow. Yeah, you're the leftover.
I am the leftover. I see that. Okay, well,
Please don't.
yeah.
It was supposed to have a lunch. Do you have a lunch for me?
Lunch?
Yeah, my other meeting had a lunch. The economic conference has a lunch.
Oh, really?
Does Radio Tribune have a lunch?
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
Oh, great. Okay.
Give him a potato.
No potatoes yet?
Potato chip? No, that's too expensive. One potato. Anything new? Before I forget, do you want to represent Las Vegas Tribune on the CES convention?
If I'll be here. Yeah, okay.
It's in January.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Huh?
No.
You went to the Greek festival the other day?
No.
You didn't go?
You told me. Yes, I went.
Oh.
I went, and no one was there. All these tents were up, but no one was there. It's next week.
No.
Yes.
You don't think that maybe all the Greeks were deported? What's going on, Ed? What is in the agenda for you this week? Talk to us. Tell us a little bit.
Well, I went to LBCBA this morning
Oh,
and
really?
heard another BS presentation by R&R Advertising.
Well, they have to have excuse.
Yeah, they have
Maybe money.
30 minutes of this elaborate film. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to, and here, and look, and all these names of categories of how they're working and all that.
Did they allow you
in
to talk?
30 to 45 minutes. Not a single figure. Not a single goal. Well, how many people are you going to bring to Vegas? What about this? You know, what's going to be the effect of this program? Not one figure. Finally, someone asked a question in the question period of what's the level of satisfaction? And so Billy Vasiliadis couldn't answer it, so someone came running up and told him 90%. So he says, 90% satisfaction. Well, I've lived here since 1943. What year has the level of satisfaction of the visitors been less than 90%? Can you tell me what year?
You know, these people are so cynical. They are so cynical. They insult people. They think that the people of this community are mentally retarded.
Well, they are, because all the people on the stage, especially the politicians, oh, Billy, that was just such a wonderful presentation. That was just great. It was so inspiring.
Well, but let me tell you, this is not the problem. The problem is not the people on the stage. The people on the stage are peons that are supposed to be
They're
there.
not peons, they're making these decisions.
They're making the decisions. Do you really think they all making the decisions? They have their followers. They are followers.
Well, yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But why
The citizens-
the people allow them to do that? Why do we, why? It doesn't make any sense. Why we allow these people to treat us like trash, like garbage?
Yeah. And they do it out of their own interest. It's in their interest
Yeah.
to say, oh, R&R advertising, you're so fabulous.
Yeah.
Because R&R advertising gets them elected. And they're paying R&R advertising $1 billion.
Wow.
$1 billion for a 10-year contract.
Wow.
So at the end of the thing,
And they probably don't even spend $1 million in anything.
well, and I'm sure they do. They had 20 bureaucrats there that work for the company, and not a single figure, not a single goal, not a single concrete thing you can put your finger on and say, "Oh, this is going to be done." So at the end of the,
Have you ever applied for a job on R&R?
they wouldn't have me for a minute.
No?
In heavens, no. So, because I got up and talked afterwards. Because
Oh, you did,
someone, Kristen McMillan asked the question, well, we're supposed by 20, it was all about the plan for 2020. Okay, what's going to happen in Vegas in 2020? And this fabulous film, wow, you're so great. And so one of the goals for 2020 is that 30% of the tourists be from foreign countries, be foreigners. And it was increased from 15 to 30% like 6 or 8 years ago. And so by 2020, it's supposed to be 30%. And so she asked, everyone pretended like they didn't know a single thing about that. So I talked to them afterwards. I said, you have the goal, 2 goals your organization should be talking about. There are definite goals. One is, you were given $1 million by the Clark County, by the clerk of Clark County, to increase the number of weddings. Well, how many additional weddings have you brought here? Have you produced $2 million for the county? What's the return on that investment? They're doing nothing. But in their presentation, oh, we're going to do weddings. But the weddings are still going down. They're not doing anything with weddings.
Do you think maybe they don't know how to do it?
Well, of course I think there's a problem. And then the other thing I discussed is, what about this 30%? No one talks about the 30%. And you're supposed to reach 30% by 2020. You're at 18%. You started at 15%. Now you're at 18%. You're still 12% percentage points down. What are you going to do about it? Why aren't you discussing that? And I said, all you business people here on this board, do you go to your board meetings at MGM and at the casinos and just discuss these flowery things about, oh, we're going to do this and that, and you never talk about a dollar, about a figure?
Well, and who is at fault?
Who's at fault? Well, and like you say, we are for electing these people to do this.
That's right.
Yeah.
And also, you have to realize, and then, as far as I can remember, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitor Authority exists. I think they opened up in 1960.
No, 1956.
56? Okay. That's even better yet.
Yeah.
1956.
I think so.
They used to cater it to the hotels and to the newspapers. They used to take pictures through the hotel publicity department, not the advertising department, the publicity. In those days, they used to have both advertising department and publicity department. Why they do that? Because the publicity department didn't have power to buy advertise in the newspaper. Mm-hmm. And the advertising department was running from New York City or Chicago or any place else, so they're not obligated with the newspaper to give them anything. But the publicity department is always filling up press releases, pictures, everything. Everything that you need.
And so what's the point? In that time, they did a lot more?
Yeah, they did more. They did more. But now you got the situation where the convention authority, it becomes like an enterprise. It becomes like they can talk to this and they cannot. They don't know who you are. They don't want to talk to you. In the old days, any newspaper have access to the service of the convention authority. I'm giving you a little background.
Okay.
So we go. Now we go into the situation where we got, first of all, most of the hotels now, they got their own convention department. They got the convention room. They don't have to worry about where they're going to have the convention. But now we got two convention departments, two convention authorities that are most noticeable.
What do you mean? Which two?
The Sands and the Las Vegas Convention and Visitor Authority. The Sands is owned by Anderson.
Yeah.
Then own the Venetian?
Yes.
He owned the Venetian.
Now,
And
Palazzo.
And Palazzo. And also, the Sun owned the Review Journal. The Review Journal is attacking the modus operandi of the executives of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitor Authority, like I can't pronounce his name, the guy that is the chair.
Rossi Rollin-Collar.
Right, whatever. Whatever, chicken. And Oscar Goodman. Why? Oscar Goodman doesn't go anywhere that he's not supposed to go. What is the difference if they take a car from the convention center and somebody drive them over there, then the money they're spending, what's the difference? Why don't you figure it
So
out?
what's the point? If the criticisms of the Review Journal are unwarranted.
They don't need it. They don't need it.
They don't need it. The public doesn't need it.
The public doesn't need it.
Review Journal doesn't need it.
Oh,
or
the
LBCBA doesn't need it. Who doesn't need what?
The public, they don't need to be putting all that, wasting that ink, that paper, that space, and baloney.
Criticizing Roland County.
Criticizing the modus operandi of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitor
They shouldn't do
Authority.
that.
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so because what is the purpose? To make them look bad? No, it should not be that way.
Well, they are bad. Look what they don't. Last month, Rosie Watercolor wanted his $100,000 bonus, and plus his $100,000 on top of his other bonus. He's the highest paid official in the state of Nevada, or the second highest. And so R&R Advertising prepared this. Oh, Army Wonder, look what Raleigh is doing. Look at all this stuff. The figures were anemic. We went from 42,900,000 to 43,400,000 visitors. But the film, they made it sound, wow, we're increasing. And so down the line, gaming revenue,
maybe the chairman,
all anemic figures.
Maybe the chairman is not a good leader, because I'm sure
the chairman. You mean the executive director?
Chicky guy, whatever his name is.
Rossi Brown.
Rolling Collie, okay. Rolling Collie, okay. Maybe he's not a good leader. Because if he cannot make his people do the right job, he should not be the chairman.
But all these films say, oh, wow, we're just so fabulous. We're just so incredible. Well, they can't even, they've moved from 15% to 18%.
Yeah,
and their goal is 30%. And that's one of the few goals.
Man, you should be happy.
That's one of the few goals that they've ever, because they stopped talking about goals. None of the public agencies talk about goals.
No,
they don't say, okay, we're going to spend this much money and we're going to get this done. No one does that. The legislature, the school district, the county, the water authority, anyone. And certainly not the LVCPA. And those things, but they come up with all these measurements. We had 10 million impressions. Okay.
Isn't it hard to get the numbers?
Hard? It's the simplest thing in the world. Everyone in the world wants to come to Las Vegas. And so I went up and talked to them afterward. And I said, well, how about if I use your site in China? Or you let me operate that site. They have a site in China called WeChat. WeChat has 1 billion people on the internet. It's on their site. Okay? And 1 billion people, and it's a Facebook, it's a Twitter, it's a telephone company because you can make calls. It's a TV company. You can make visual things. It's you can do everything. You can pay anyone in the world, anyone who's on WeChat. You can send money to them in 5 seconds. You can go to any store in China and just show your phone and pay. It's the most amazing website in I think in the world. And the LVCPA has a site. 1.5 years ago, they established this site, which has a picture of the strip, a map that that's very difficult to read, and which is totally useless, and it says virtually nothing. There, you click on the site and it comes up as an exclamation point. I have like 10 other sites, subscriptions. This is a subscription. And they all post things all the time. They haven't posted anything for a year and a half.
And you told that to them?
And I said, but let me use this. I'll bring hundreds of thousands of visitors every day. Oh, make a proposal to Mrs. Toll, so we'll see.
Mrs. who?
I've forgotten her first name. Toll, T-U-L-L.
So, you gonna do it?
Well, yeah, I'll definitely put together something.
Yeah,
It's so
that's
easy.
what I'm saying.
It's so easy. This is to get people in China to do things. This is the instrument you use.
You know, let me
And
tell
they've
you-
done nothing. They posted nothing.
Let me tell you something, Ed Julian. Let me tell you something, Ed Julian, okay? I believe that you are an asset to Las Vegas. And I'm not saying this because you're sitting over here. And we
The other
got
people think I'm an ass.
we got two people. We got two people listening.
You're the only one.
We got two people listening to this radio show. One is his wife and the other one is her boyfriend. Okay? But they are witnesses to what I'm saying.
Okay.
I believe you are an asset. The problem with you is that you look like a butterfly. You jump from one rose, from one flower to the other one.
That's true.
Concentrate and making Las Vegas better because you are from here. You know Las Vegas. You love Las Vegas. Why don't you do something?
Well,
You cannot
thank
do
you.
100 things at one time.
Yeah.
Just organize one thing, put it to work, and then jump to another. And then you got time. You got time. You're young.
Yeah.
You're healthy. You know, I love to see you running something for Las Vegas.
Boy, you're so kind.
No, I'm not
These
kind.
people don't want me running anything.
Well, that's why we need you. That's why the people need you, because they need to go. I always say that. I've been saying that for I don't know. Oh, but then you got that Tom Riley making $500,000 and as a chancellor for the higher education.
For the whole state.
So what?
All the universities.
So what?
Well, but he's brilliant.
She's brilliant, but for $1 billion, for $500,000, I can be brilliant too. I can hire the same people that he's gonna hire.
No.
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna last in that position. He's
Why?
not gonna, because
what?
in 10 years he's been in 5 years he's been in 4 different positions. County manager.
That was 15 years ago.
No, 10 years ago. County manager. He was county manager for until 5 years ago.
No.
He jumped and went to work for the higher education as a vice chancellor. Then he was there for 4 months and he jumped and went to work for Harris because he's buddy with Jan Jones. From Jan Jones, Harris, he left there and he went to work in Arizona. In Arizona, he came back over here. Now,
He
what
still has his position in Arizona.
he does?
Yeah.
So
So
he's making $1 million.
No, when he finishes here, he'll go back to that.
So when he finished here,
When he's done with the job here, he'll go back to there.
so how long is he going to
University of Arizona.
How long
They
is-
love him. The guy's brilliant. He's written several books about the inefficiencies of government. He's one that can make a difference.
Look, when he went to Harris,
Okay.
working for $250,000 a year,
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing. I shut my mouth and I kept my mouth shut because it is a private enterprise. If you are stupid enough to pay somebody $250,000, that's your business. You have to answer to the stockholders. You have to ask to the shareholders. But when you are giving taxpayers' money so freely, I don't understand. All they're doing is because the guy is gay and they want to cater it to the gay community.
No.
That's all it is.
Yes.
And he's not that
crazy.
okay? If he was that brilliant, he would do something. What did he
has
do?
done a lot.
What did he do?
Well, he's written a couple books.
So what? What is that gonna do for his
Have you read his books?
No!
They're very good. They're used as examples all over.
Oh, good. So he can be a publisher. He can be an author.
He can be
With
a
his
consultant,
money.
that's true.
So he's making now $500,000 over here and $500,000
No,
so
I
he's
doubt
making $1 million a year
He can't be paid.
to be home with his boyfriend.
They're not being paid I'm sure he's not being paid in Arizona.
Oh, he's for free? Let me tell you something, my friend. I don't know how much of a friendship.
He doesn't do anything for them now. It's only when he finishes this job he can go back to it.
So when is he going to
It's
finish
it's
this job?
Well, he's just starting.
Okay, but $500,000 for what? For the job or for the whole year? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. You're telling me. I don't know what his salary is. I know what Rollengeller's salary is.
Why? How much is the Rollins? $1 million?
No, I think around 600.
600 million?
600,000.
Oh, okay.
Maybe this year 700. I don't know.
Okay. And then people complaining because Oscar Goodman is making $72,000 a year, and why he have $20 to get a taxi? Well, why in the hell this Tom Riley he get $500,000, but he get $10,000 extra in expenses for entertainment, and another $10,000 extra for transportation? What, can he pay for a rented car with $500,000? He cannot get a taxi?
I don't know.
He cannot get a limo? He cannot rent a car for the whole month?
Well,
He can buy a Bentley for that matter.
yeah, okay.
That's what bothers me. When you are in grace with the rulers of this nation, which I call Las Vegas, is a nation. This is unbelievable. Nothing is like this town in this country.
That's what Mr. Jessup talked about at the conference this morning.
What
That
is
it's like a city-state.
Yeah.
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 So
I've
it's
been
one
writing
of
that for years.
it's one of 300 cities that basically run the world.
Really?
Yes. It's one of 300. And it's going up.
And
so,
and
you're
Raleigh
right.
is, and
It's
Raleigh
one
is
of-
the one that the road
No,
is.
he runs the state. He runs the state education, and higher education system.
So what did he
But
do?
that's,
He
I don't know enough about what you're talking about to really, to answer. I just know that he's very brilliant. And
Who told you that he's brilliant?
I know him. I've seen him in operation. I know him. He's very good.
Very. Okay.
So we'll see. But the way that the government, he's one that would definitely establish goals. We'll see. Just watch. Because that's one of the problems he sees with government, no goals. Well, of course you can, if you don't say, here, we're going to do this, of course you're going to accomplish that. Nothing. And that's what happens with the government all over. So Tom Riley is an advocate for improved government.
So why he left government?
He did. He's here. I don't know.
Yeah, he's here now, but he went to
How can I answer those things?
But why do you get so excited when I'm asking
That's true.
a simple question? Why do
I know. Chris is so calm.
You know,
He sees you raving on and making these outlandish statements. And he's just calm as can be. You're right.
Yeah.
That's why he does business with me, because I'm
What?
the opposite of him.
You're the opposite?
That's how we make
Right.
business.
He's intelligent and dumb. He's black and white.
He's extremely smart. He's extremely
This guy is.
Oh,
yeah.
He's an asset.
It's brilliant.
It's an
We
asset.
just argue over China, but everything else I agree with him about. He's smart.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, you have to disagree with him so he can go and do things. And
He would be an asset. I think it would be an asset in politics and everything.
Las Vegas Convention and Visitor Authority should have him
Yes, he should.
representing Las
They
Vegas in
should.
China. First of all, he loves China.
Yes, he does.
Second, you have a resident over there, right?
No.
No?
You can't. It's very difficult to become a resident. And in China,
But you have a house there.
not in China, in Macau.
Oh, in Macau. But Macau is not the same as China.
No, it's very different. But it's part of China, but it's separate.
It's
It's a
almost
city-state.
It's almost like in Venezuela with Margarita Island.
Oh, I don't know, Margarita.
That's the only place they have casinos over there.
Well,
It's an island.
but does the Venezuelan government intrude and make laws? Does Margarita Island have the same laws as Venezuela?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Macau has a different system, different laws, different money unit, different border guard,
Oh, okay. Okay.
different policies.
Yeah. I'm sure they
Yeah,
They must be
there's a good
must be
example.
going out
This
because Venezuela is starving to death. So I don't think Margarita Island can be any good to anybody.
Macau is anything but starving to death.
Really?
They have, Macau is the same size as the city of Las Vegas in population.
The city of that place.
Yeah, 550,000 people. Okay? Same size. Las Vegas city has maybe 75 million, 100 million in reserves. Macau has about 50 billion in reserves. Hong Kong, which is about 4 times the size of all Vegas Valley, has 3 trillion in reserves, more than the United States, and it has 7 million population. Those people, they create money. That's why.
And that's the way he is. He wants to see the bottom line. If it doesn't work, change this modus operandi. That's all it is.
No,
You know?
But here, everything is, the public employees, we gotta pay them. The LVCPA today made this generous offer to the employees of the LVCPA, because they have all this money coming in probably for the construction, but they're not supposed to be using that. Who knows how they juggle their books. And then they also have a program to cause people to leave.
Yeah.
They're going to pay people to leave the agency.
Now, imagine that. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah.
Well,
And the people take it. The people take it. Of course, they don't give the people the opportunity to complain.
yeah, let me show you how they gave the people the opportunity to
3
complain.
minutes.
Yeah, they said, okay, we're going to consider the new agreement with the workers of the convention center and the SEIU international workers. Does anyone, this is a public hearing, is there anyone who wants to comment? No one knows anything about it. They didn't discuss one word about what this thing is about. And how are you supposed to comment about that? How? Then they discuss, oh, we're going to get away with this, we're going to do that.
That is the way
Yeah,
they
that's
set
right.
it up.
And so
You
no
have
one can comment.
you have no idea what you're going to comment about. So some people are daring enough to go to the microphone and they make a fool out of themselves. And then that Rolling Stone or whatever that guy is, the chairman. Yeah. Now
He's not chairman, he's executive director.
Okay.
The chairman is Lawrence Wheatley.
Why did you say that?
Oh my God! Oh my God! God, please! Oh my God!
We almost made it.
Oh man!
We're almost done with the program. And you just found out that Lawrence Wheatley is the chairman. Oh my God. That's
the executive director let people know, what does he know? Look at that, he made a fool out of himself. Yeah, don't pay attention to him. And there come Ed Julie, and when he start talking some sense, oh, you 3 minutes are up, Mr. Julie. You know.
That's right.
That's the way that.
Lawrence Wheatley always cuts you off right away. He doesn't want, they don't, the last, the county commission, he's on the county commission. He's on the county commission. The county commission always said, oh, we love public participation. We want the public to be involved in all. That's the last thing they want. Believe me.
Yeah, and you need to paint yourself different colors. You are too white for them to give you anything. Why do you think I sold the business to Chris?
Yeah. So was that here down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes and says, Brother Larry! Hey, man! Give me 5!
Thank you so much for watching today. Face the Tribune with the Living Legend. So what a show. Rolando LaRosse, our good friend Ed Julie, and thank you so much for watching today. Stay tuned to Chris Garcia, the Conservative American, coming up in about 3 minutes.
Whoa!
That would get him.
Whoa! He's going to do that.
We'll talk more about Larry Wheatley because he didn't have enough time. God bless America. God bless our troops, and Godspeed to Donald Trump. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.